quick video on a Sunday, just say afternoon. It's past midday. Yesterday in Moscow, one of those armoured limos exploded. It was a part of the fleet of the President Putin of Russia, the President and Moscow, and we do not know if he was injured in this. It's clearly it was another attack. Obviously the West and Ukrainians, they want this person dead and thinking they can achieve regime change and change the government. The fact is, you got to look at the nuclear doctrine of Russia, the dead hand. If the president of Russia, whoever was in office at that time, if they have rock solid evidence it has been murdered by foreign actors or sleeping cells, which probably work for foreign countries, they have the legal rights to use nuclear weapons upon this nation. Obviously they're playing with fire. The West, especially Europe. America not so much, they're more concentrated on Iran a little bit. And returning to Iran, Tehran's response is F you, West, they said. And they said, you attack us, we have the capability to destroy every single base which is in the Middle East, and even their ships which are in the Red Sea or in the area in the Middle East. Even they're playing with fire with the Iranians. These Nikons and Warhogs, they're going to really piss off these people, and they get really hit hard, these people. As you may know, probably in the last video, yes, France and United Kingdom are going to send troops. If you're familiar with scenario of Threads and the day after, usually geopolitical things always build up to some type of nuclear confrontation in the end. The Germans are protesting because Americans want to bring into Germany the Tomahawk missiles, which are nuclear tipped, which probably some nuclear weapons they do have, because in nuclear exchange, two main countries in Europe will get hit heavily, pretty bad. Is Italy and Germany. Returning back to Italy, Meloni said, no, we're not going to send troops into Ukraine. No, we're going to do it underneath United Nations resolution. And what came out from a minister is we're going to send reservists, the age between 18 and 45 years old. Reservists are the first ones to go into any war zone action, whether it's underneath United Nations or whatever. And this sparks off the escalation stages, for global conflict. And the fact is, people, don't seem to realise that these things, Middle East, Ukraine, and other regions of which are breaking up for war, Eritrea and I think it's Ethiopia. Regional wars popping up like the rain, like mushrooms. are increasing. Probably not mentioned on the news because Iran, Ukraine take the headlines, hold the headlines, I should say. And you know, you got to admit, in the West we have psychopaths that have no empathy for us, not even the guy on the battlefields. They won't be their sons and daughters which go on the battlefield, it'll be ours sons and daughters who have them. One day you should be called up for the draft. And the reintroduction and draft in many European countries is a very alarming thing you should take into consideration, because that means they're preparing for